Welcome back, everybody, to the Midwestern Rails using Trainz 2022 and JMRI controlling the car movements. Our day in the life of the layout. So we started this series in the morning at 5 a.m. We're now at 3:06 in the afternoon. So this makes it episode number 11 of the series. So we left off episode number 10. We left off Nick here rolling into Elmwood. He picked up these empty log cars and he dropped off 2 reefers, which I had to go back and fix because we had forgot to leave the 2 reefers. We got the 2 reefers here. They're hooked up to our switcher, and we're going to be moving the switcher back off of the main into one of these tracks here just to clear the tracks. So that's where we're at. And before I'll get going. We'll let Nick move on his way. And Nick should be moving. Yeah, Nick is moving. His next stop is going to be Brendanwood to drop off these log cars. So what we'll do is we'll hop into our JMRI screen and look at our trains. So we've had this is Nick right here, Windsor to Lockwood. We can just go and update. So he picked up those log cars and he set out 2 cars. So we'll go select all and move. So his next stop is Brendanwood and he'll be dropping off these cars. So we're up to date with him. We have J.R. Ryan that's going from Blue Sky to Lockwood with 1 car. We can go and just take a peek where he's at and see how far along he is. So J.R. Ryan, Mr. Bug-Eye, and here is our friend, and I believe he's he's coming into Spencer. The power station, I believe, is just up here in Spencer. Yeah. All right, so he is coming into Spencer. So let's just update his location. Spencer, yeah, he's good. We updated him, I think, last time. So he's going basically Spencer to Clark City. So that's good. So we got our PRV to NOS. That leaves at 3:15, which it's getting close. So let's go up and see where our Prairieville to North Star locomotive is. And it should be this Generic. His name is Generic. We'll just call him Eric for short. So here is our cut of cars. And so what we're going to do, I know he's supposed to leave at 15:15, so let's just pull him out onto the main and get him run around his cars, because he's got to head back the other way. Change the direction. Pulling out of the power station in Prairieville. So we'll just have him get onto this section of track here, and then we'll have him run around. Should be enough room for him to get a cut of cars on that section. Oh yeah. So we'll just cut that over, and we'll just have him do run around train, and notify. All right. So I'll have him do his run around. It'll take him a little bit. In the meantime, oh yeah, I just want to fix. Christopher isn't quite in his preferred parking spot, so we'll just have him pull up a little bit here so that he's off of the track, main track, because our friend from Prairieville is going to be pulling in on this track here. Or actually, sorry, it's going to be this track. So that'll be enough room for him when he comes. So that's good. All right. One other thing I want to check on is we had a locomotive coming back to Blue Sky from Fortescue. I'm trying to remember who. Oh, it was Roland. So let's see how Roland's doing it. Wasn't sure if he has oh yeah, he's back at his spot. So he's good. That's done. So that one is complete. So let's go and see. Let's just see how Nick is doing. Oh, he's behind the trees. Oh yeah, he's going to be going into the tunnel, and then after the tunnel is Brendanwood. Alright. Let's change back to our friend Generic. Where is he? I lose track of all these guys. Let's check on Charlie. Charlie, yeah, he's at his position. He moved him over here in PST, which is pleasant. We'll just change him over. Turn off his lights. All right. So he is now showing manual control. I think everybody else is pretty well. Let's see. I'm not sure. I believe this is him down here. It said Generic. Not sure why I can't see him. Alright, let's fly to yeah, I have a feeling something's going on here. Let's just go and see. trying to figure out where. Okay, and he is up in. Up in Prairieville, which is up over here. So what has happened? How come something happened to our friend here? He just sort of stopped. And it says driver no longer there. All right. Let's see, where are we gonna move him? Let's move him, let's move John. We'll have John get onto here. And let's have John. Alright. So this has caused us a little bit of a delay here. We were supposed to leave at quarter after 3. Looks like we'll have a little bit of a delay while I'm not sure what happened there. Somehow no problem. We'll get things sorted out here. We'll have John hook up and start navigating toward North Star. Alright, so he's coupled up. Let's have him navigate to North Star, NOS, inbound cars, West End, and notify. Alright, so he's on his way. Let's go and check on Nick, who should be getting close to Brendan Wood. There's Nick. Yeah, he shows idle, so it means he's gotten to Brendan Wood. Now, of course, he will have to back him onto this track here. So we'll take over control. So we'll have them back through this one, onto this one, and onto there, just to drop the cars inside the Brendan Wood Forestry. And then for Nick, it's a straight shot down to Lockwood. So we got 6 log cars we're dropping off. Alrighty, so that'll be good there. Okay, uncouple, and we'll have Nick continue. Oh, so we'll have him navigate to Lockwood IC track, and it's Lockwood IC track, Windsor to Lockwood, and we're gonna have him go to the south end. And have him notify us when he gets there. All right, so we've got that now we've got Nick on his way. So we'll go up here to the conductor. He dropped off these 6 cars. We select all, and we move, and he's going on his way. Okay. And our Prairieville to North Star, select all. He picked up all these cars, move. So we'll wait until he gets into North Star. So in the meantime now, we want to build this switcher in Pleasant to take care of the cars that were brought in. So we're going to build this one now. And you can see we've got 38 of 100 cars that will be moving. So I'm going to print that PDF 00 LS PST, save, and I'll print a copy for me. Apologies for the noise in the background of the print. And so we need to get this train Pleasant to Lockwood ready for 4:15, and at the same time get the Pleasant to Adams train ready for 16:30, which what I can do, well, let's see if we can finish the switcher work first. So let's leave our friend Nick here to go on his merry way. We'll go down to Pleasant. Okay. So we're going to be picking up, I'll just show you the switch list. So we're picking up all these cars that came in onto the Adams to Pleasant interchange track, and we're going to be picking up the cars that came from Lockwood to Pleasant, and you can see so we have some cars going up to the apple orchard. We're going to have some going to the barley and to the grain silo, and we have cars going from PST to ADS. That's the one that's going to be leaving later, and we're going to have PST to Clarno, PST to Lockwood. So we got a lot of work to do, and I don't think we're going to get it done on time, so we better get going. All right, let's pick up our switcher over here. And we'll start backing out. We're going to be hard pressed to get this done on time, I believe. There's a lot of work to do here. Break up those two trains. We'll do what we can. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pick up the Lockwood to Pleasant cut of cars first. They're up here on this track. Okay. So I'm just looking through the switch lists. Okay. Okay, so we'll start moving down to pick up the other cut of cars, and maybe we'll just pick up everything and just sort it out as one big cut. Might be the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to check the switches that we need. Okay, this one we need to switch this side, and we'll be coming through to here, crossing over again, and up here. This one is correct. No. This one we want that way. All right. And then we'll couple on to these other ones here, and we'll sort everything as one cut of cars, I guess. Alright, so PST to ADS is going to be, I believe, the second track. Yeah, PST to ADS, and then it's, alright. Let's just slow them down for the crossover. So this other track here, I'm going to use that to build the Pleasant to Lockwood cut of cars. This is going to be the Pleasant to Adams. And this one is it inbound. I haven't put any, I haven't labeled the switches yet. And this one is inbound from Clarno, so we'll be building on this other track here. Oh, I didn't want him doing that. Oh well. Alrighty. So these log cars here, the log cars are going to ADS. So need to put them onto this track here. So I'll put them there before we move the other ones. Yeah, a couple up to the other ones. I need to check these switches. That's good. This one, that's good. Okay. All right. Now I think I have an issue here with the tracks. I may have an issue here. Let's see. I'm just gonna save before this happens, because I see that I added a crossover track here, and I think I may have left out a switch. So we'll see. It's okay there. So maybe I'll try and sort out this cut of cars before we couple on to the other ones. For the for this track here that we're sending out to Adams, it's going out to staging, so I really don't I don't care about a blocking order. The track going up to Lockwood, that is probably more of a, we'll have to pay some attention to the blocking order. So we got 6 cars of logs going out to Adams, so that should be good there. let's just see. I may have to fill around with the switch here. I didn't notice that when I had made the nah, we'll leave it like that. We'll see if it works. All right. Did I disconnect? There. Okay. All right. So these lumber cars. Let's see. CNW. Yeah. CNW CS 468. BNSF 481. No. Okay, so these two are going to Lockwood. So I have to get him back over to the other side. Not sure this is gonna work. We'll see. Well, actually, we can use this. I'll get off of this switch here, and then we'll use this track here instead of here. That should work. And we'll do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kick these cars. Okay. And just looking through my list here, so BNN 402. This one, this 481, I'm gonna figure out where it's going. BN 481, looks like I may have picked up for some reason I don't see that car in my list, so we'll set it aside for now. Which one? We'll set it aside on this track, I guess. I'm gonna have to check. I think this car got picked up by mistake. Or it's being held in the yard here. So I'll put it onto this this track here for now. This is the first time I'm working this switcher in this big yard. Normally there was only the Lockwood inbound and outbound cars, and so a little bit more figuring out how we're going to switch these. But kick that one down there, and now this one I'm going to kick straight down to the other ones down there. Let's just check this ATSF 600 850. I think that one is staying as well, so all right. PSF 728566. So I'm not sure about this one either. I think this one stays here presently. So we'll kick it off to this one. This car, and I believe the flat logs. Flat logs. Yeah. ATSF 91668. I think this is an error in the number. Okay. This one is going down to Lockwood. Six, 9. Okay. So these cars are staying here right now. The last two, the flat logs. So I'll push them off to this side. Okay, CP 524 23 22. These are going to Clarno. So take these over here. check in with our. Yeah, so 16:15. So we've got about half an hour. This is where it gets a little dicey if you want to maintain your schedule. Which way is it going to go? Okay, so that's where the problem lies. There's one switch here. It should be two. That's there we go. That's what I thought was going to happen. All right. Let me just fix this in Surveyor. I knew that was going to happen because of that switch there. There's only one switch and there should be two there. That's what causes derail. Alrighty. Just bear with me for a second here. Okay, let's go here. All right, so we need to move the cars. So let's move this 24 goes there, and this one 23 also goes there. Okay, and we go to 22. And just so we want okay. Now what do I do? Because if that switch is acting up, let's see, can I put, I'll just try and fix this quickly. Get that, and one here. Oh no, it's not what I want to do. Okay. Nope. I think that'll work. Let's no, it's not functioning, is it? Let's see if we move. This. No. Okay, train too close. All right, so let's move it. Move. Let's just move this forward a little bit. Okay. Now, what about now? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this scenery stuff. Moving things around and it just doesn't. Try it like that, no? Let's see. Get this. Yeah. Okay. Let's rotate. Let's see if we can rotate it. Will that work? No. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I don't want to waste time on here, so we'll just leave it like that. See what happens. This is there's always a mess. Always a mess. Anyways. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can get this guy. Hopefully it won't derail again, but it probably will. Yeah, that didn't work. This is... I hate this sort of stuff. I hate dealing with the scenery, and I see we lost another 2. Okay. So this is not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video and I'll fix it and get back. It's not pretty, but it should work. I'm hoping it's gonna work. So let's try this again and see. All right, so this ATSF 569 is going to ADS. So let's begin our backing up. It doesn't look good. I'll have to fix it afterwards, but at least hopefully it's functional now. If we can get over, we need to get over to the atoms. Yeah, it doesn't look the best going through that switch. I'm gonna have to fix that afterwards. But it's working. That's the main thing. And then the ATSF 21. Okay. Let that car go. So this one is staying, and the BN 531 looks like it's also staying. So we'll just get these cars onto this track over here. I'll kick them down there, I guess. And then alright. We'll go over a couple onto the other cut of cars over there. trying to speed things up a little bit, and so we can try to get our trains leaving on time. Yeah, I'm not a fan of playing around with the scenery and all that. It gets to be such a mess with all these tracks. At least for me, I don't have interest in that. I just have interest in doing the operating, but I'll do what I have to do to make it more functional. So I'll have to play around with this. When I'm done this episode here, I'll have to play around with the tracks here to try to get them squared away. So there's probably a lot of cars that are going to be staying here. So let's hop to the back and see what we have towards the back here. What's going to be... So we have BNSF 801. Yeah. So that's going over to the grain silo. And so I think what I'm going to do is 967, let's or 9, is it 67? BNSF 967. Yeah, that one's going to Lockwood. UP 495. That's going to Lockwood. 886. That's going to Lockwood. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this car, this one is going over here to the grain silo, so I'm going to put that onto this track. This track is not being used right now. I'll put it over there, and I'll push the other ones onto this track that are going to Lockwood. That's the one thing about having the cars come in not blocked. It's makes it a little bit messier to do the sorting. But if you had, someone doing just the yard work, it'd probably be a good job to do. But if you're doing this while you're trying to get other trains going, it's you got a lot of work to do. Okay, we'll leave that car here for now. We'll put these ones. So 967, that goes to Lockwood. 495 goes to Lockwood. 886 goes to Lockwood. Just wait, I don't want to go too far here. Okay, 886369 goes to Lockwood. 793 P793 stays here. Alright, so these 4 go to Lockwood. So I'll put them on the track down here. I'll just kick them off here. Okay. 793, 808. These 2 stay. And 988. 988. 988. That goes to Lockwood, so we'll put these ones over with this other one over here. I would try and kick them, but through the switch there that's all messed up, it would might not end up very good. So I'll just shove them down there and come back, place the other ones. Okay, push these back. So 988 is going to Lockwood. Eight goes to Lockwood. 780. 780 goes over here. It's going to be staying here and Pleasant. Okay, 372. That is going, so we're going to put this one over here. I'll try kicking it. What do we got to lose? It may not work. We'll see. Yeah, it worked. That's good. All right. So 372, 726. 726 is going, they're both going to Lockwood. What else we got? 758. 758 is going to Lockwood. 108. That's going to Lockwood. 454. That's going to Lockwood. 401. Lockwood. 797. That's going to Lockwood. 654. MP 65 from Lockwood. And 9970. Lockwood. And 987. That's BNSF 987. That's staying. All right, so let's push these all back. So we are going to be late, leaving Pleasant. And we're running up on time for this this episode. Trying to keep the episodes to about an hour or so. We'll just try and shove this back here. That's good. Okay. Okay, so this one is staying here. It's gonna go over here with this one. And the 856. That's going to Lockwood. We probably should have started this switching. I think in reality what I should have done is I should have run the switcher as soon as we had the Lockwood train come in. We should have started the switch then instead of waiting. Maybe that's an adjustment I'll make the next time. This is basically new trains that I'm running, having the stagings coming into Pleasant. As I said before, the only trains that would come into Pleasant was one from Lockwood and one leaving from Pleasant back up to Lockwood. So it was a little bit easier to handle, but I think we're going to need some extra time here. Push this a little bit back. And get this. So I think what I'll do is I'll just get all these cars onto the tracks where they have to be, and then I'll do the blocking. Of the train, because the Pleasant to Lockwood will probably have to be blocked properly. And 947 is 947 is going to Lockwood. Alright. So these two are going to Lockwood. So what I'm gonna have to do now is I'll have to shove these up past this switch over. Should do there. Okay. And so I just gonna look quickly here and see. So for PST to Klarno, we have PST to Klarno, which is this track here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 flat cars empty. That's good. PST to Adams, we have 6 loaded logs and 1 empty flat car. That's correct. PST to Lockwood, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 20 cars going to Lockwood. So let's just count here. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we have the 20 cars here that are going to Lockwood. We have and then we have 5 cars that are staying here in Pleasant that have to go to the various industries, and that's those 5 cars. 5 cars there. And these are staying in Pleasant. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video, and as you can see, it's always fun. There's always something that comes up, like the switches here. I'm gonna have to fix these, see if I can make this yard a little bit more workable. Not sure how I do that, but I'll work on that. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode number 11, and look forward to seeing you for episode number 12. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.